Hello, dear friends, and welcome to a special Sonnet of Blood one-shot here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Alyssa, Brandie, and Dyto. Say hi, everyone.
Hi!
Hi, everyone.
I mean, hi. Is that creepy? Does that give the right vibe? I don't know.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a goblin.
Okay.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D, in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built the tokens for this game. You can build yours today at HeroForge.com. Second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite picture as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show descriptions. Last but not least, next Monday we are back with another Aethertech War episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're just starting out with our Pathfinder 2E campaign, but the team is just really about to get into the true mystery of the town of Woodpines. So it's a great time to stop by and check it out. Now, you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_rhapsody, and on Blue Sky as @randomrhapsody. And that's going to do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and turn our attention to a small group of goblins in this Sonnet of Blood. Ah ha 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 ha! And we're back. So, while our Sonnet of Blood is one that focuses primarily on Barovia, Barovia itself is not a self-contained world, as the Conclave expedition might believe it to be. In fact, there are many other domains that are loosely connected to Barovia. And while the mists around the boundary of Barovia does act as something of a barrier between these domains, that mist is not always present where one thinks it should be. One of these domains is called Forelorn, and it is a dark and marshy land, home to tribes of vicious goblins and ferocious wolves. These goblins are occasionally forced to raid outside of their domain when food runs short. And, even more infrequently, the mists even allow raiding parties to cross into Barovia. One such raiding party has been sent by their tribe to scout out a recently discovered walled city that lies far across the border to the northwest, in a realm that they do know is called Barovia, though how they know that fact is not quite sure. However, this brave trio represents the best and the brightest of the goblin tribe. So, let's meet them, shall we? Let's go and start off with our Awgr. Yeah,
Awgr.
Awgr. Why don't you go ahead and describe yourself for us and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm small and have long, stringy hair, and I like to sneak. Because other people, try to be sneakses, but I always know, I always see. Also, I see dead people, but that's just...
As Bruce Willis just kind of walks by. Goblin Bruce Willis. Okay, I like it. Our attention next turns to a goblin in a lab coat. Gabo-nye, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you look like.
I'm Gabo-nye, the science guy. I'm about not quite 3 feet tall. Got a lab coat on. That's definitely way too big for me because I just found it somewhere and put it on. I'm a art art art. I'm a I make things and blow things up. Um, I've got singed hair. There's a bald spot right here. Little burn on my head. Science is dangerous, guys. You always use protection when you try to do science things. Uh, but yeah, that's about it.
Love it. Last but not least, our attention turns to an individual carrying big old wooden spoon, of all things. Soup, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Soup is a cook. I like to eat and I like to cook. Don't make me mad or I'll give you a boop. He's got a big wooden spoon that's almost half the size of them, and an alchemy jug that has some other kind of food things in it. Very messy apron. They're just here to find food and to cook and to make everybody happy with their food.
And no doubt for a group of goblins, that's a challenging thing. I love it. Well, you've all traveled a long distance over the last couple of days, making your way across mountain and valley in your mission to scout out this walled city your scouts have discovered. Now, logically, a place that well fortified probably has some pretty darn impressive things, right? They've got to have something behind that wall. Why else would they put something up there? So at the very least, they should have tons of food and resources just ripe for the plucking. And so, that's where we find our three brave goblins, skulking in the woods a few 100 feet away from that very walled city, which we, the viewers, know is called Algiba, which is on the far western side of Barovia. But to our goblin friends, it's just a big walled city. Now, you've had some time to scout things out. You've had most of the day to make your way around the area, and the city itself, or village, or town, or whatever it is pretty much surrounded by woods, so it's been very easy to keep to the shadows, like you all know so very well to do. Because Forelorn is a dangerous place, full of wolves and zombie wolves and things even bigger that love to munch on goblins. So you know how to be stealthy. And you've been able to scout out at least the region around this gigantic walled fortress area. So, this is what I can tell you about. You can see that the wall is about 20 feet high, made of tan and gray stone bricks. This wall circles around almost the entirety of the city. However, it ends at the edge of a very large mountain. Or, well, I mean, honestly, from your perspective, any mountain is a large mountain. But that mountain is unique, insofar as the fact that the mountain, which has steep slopes that overlook the town, on top of that snow-topped thing, appears to be another wall. And behind that, you can see the tops of two very tall buildings, one of which has a big spire reaching up into the sky that appears to be hollow at the top. It's hard to make out exactly what's inside of it, but at odd random intervals, the gong just makes this loud clang sound. It doesn't seem to be marking the passage of the sun, however. Just seems random. So odd. But, unfortunately, keeping to the woods as you have been, it's hard to make out more than that. Now, the walls in front of you, as I said, very tall, 20 feet high. The stone seems to be reinforced, and there are buttresses every 50 feet or so. From inside the walls, though you can't quite see anything beyond that other than, the big buildings on top of the nearby mountain, you can see that there are wisps of white smoke, quite a lot of them, trailing up into the air. And that tells you that there are definitely people, probably humans, living there. You assume that they're humans because, well, you can see two standing in front of the singular gate, which lies down to the south of the city. Now, you've all seen humans before. They tend to be dirty, dusty things that run away at the sight of you. When they get together in large groups, they team up and kill you, your people. So you tend to stay away from humans as much as you can, unless you can steal from them or get them from behind or, get them in a large group. But you do know that these ones, you can see them, seem to be armed. They have armor on, they have weapons, and they seem to be guarding a very tall gate. Now, you've spent the day watching and observing this place. And by this point, the sun is beginning to descend towards the very, very cloudy horizon. You've watched, and in all that time, nobody has come to the gate, traveling along the cobblestone road that leads up to it. Not a single person. Not an animal, not a caravan, nothing. But you've watched at least 3 different times those 2 humans that are guarding the gate go inside the gate, and 2 new ones replace them. But the sun is beginning to descend, and you estimate probably in another hour or so it's going to be pure darkness. So, with that in mind, how do you all plan on getting into the city?
How much time is how often do they change? Do the guards change?
About every let's see. About every 4 hours.
Okay. Okay. And how long does it take for them to change?
For this, I think I want either... Let's see. You can either make a survival check, or I'm going to say an investigation check would also work.
$21.
Okay, with your 21, you're able to discern that it doesn't take much more than about 10 minutes of time between the change. Usually what happens is the door will open into the city. Someone will come out and speak to them. The 2 there will turn and march, or will stand there for a minute and talk and kind of go back and forth and talk a little bit. And then the 2 will go in, 1 more will come out, and they will take position on either side of the gate again.
Okay. So our best chance is while they're distracted talking. The door is open.
We can sneak.
We can sneak.
Okay, so it sounds like you're going to wait until the next change of the guards, and then during that exchange, you're going to try to slip in. Is that about right? Okay. Now, I will point out that there is a bit of a clearing between the walls of the city and the forest where you now stand. Quite a bit, actually. So you're going to have to wait until really the last possible moment, or your other option would be to kind of circle around the city a little bit till they're way out of sight. Use that opportunity when you're away from them to sneak over to the wall and try to make it along the wall to get back to the gate again. However, you have noticed that in those different little points along the wall, you have seen more humans kind of walking between them. There's not that many.
On the ground or up on the wall?
On the wall itself.
Okay.
On the wall itself. And in your experience, at night, humans tend to not have very good vision. They tend to have to carry around those glowy torch thingies all the time. And so, if you wait till it's dark and time yourself right, there's a pretty good chance you could make it without being spotted and then make your way back to the front gate. That's at least an object.
Yeah, we should wait until it's dark, guys.
Ambush. Well, we sneaks. They gotta have some good eats in there.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Why else would they try to protect it so bad?
So we wait till the dark.
Yeah, wait till dark. They can't see in the dark. So
These stupid
get in there.
humans.
Yeah, I bet they don't even know science.
They stinky too. Not good eat.
So you wait until the change of the guard happens there right when it's still light out. And then once that happens, you all go scurrying off through the woods and make your way around to the side of the town on the western side. And you wait as the sun continues to descend. I want somebody to make me an intelligence check. This is a check to try to judge the passage of time long enough to keep track of 4 hours.
I can do it if you want me to.
Just a plain intelligence check?
Mm-hmm.
Go Gabo-nye.
19. Not bad. Okay. With your
See, I can
19...
do science.
Yeah. You know the science of the sun, and you know you can just keep a running tally in your mind of how many minutes go by, and so you wait until about 3.5 hours go by, and you know that, okay, it's probably going to take us this long to get back to the gate. You're relatively sure you're correct. Like, you sit there and with your stick, you kind of scratch little equations in the dirt, which for you are equations. For everyone else, they're just scribbles in the dust. But then you wait and like, okay, now. And the 3 of you. Yep. So, I want everybody to give me stealth checks.
4. Perfect.
Oh!
Well, I will remind you that you do have the Cloak of Elven kind that you've picked up, Gabo-nye.
What does that
I think
do
gives you.
again?
I think it gives you
I have a goblin
advantage.
that's really stupid. And can you remind me what it does again?
Yes, it gives you advantage on your stealth checks.
Oh yes. See, I knew that. Goblin me did not. That's a 5.
Wow.
Better than a 4.
Definitely better than a 4. Look, guys, I can be sneaky.
Okay, Zoop, you got looks like a 14. Awgr got a 23. So the two of you are being relative, or at least Awgr is hella stealthy. They've got the hood. They're just down low. They got their hood of their cloak up. They're just tiptoeing along, just going like a cat to the wall and is not spotted at all. However, Zoop, you just passed. You're crouched down low. You're trying to keep to the grass. Your chef's hat is just a little bit above it, kind of poking out of the tall grass. But you make it up to the wall as well. Gabo-nye, however,
I like to imagine I'm tripping over my lab coat, because it's like, think of a 6-year-old wearing mom's lab coat, and that's what I am. So I 100% am tripping over the bottom of this coat.
Yeah, and so as you trip over the coat, you just land flat on your face, thump, making a loud racket, and you just yell out, "Science!" at the top of your lungs as you hit. And you hear from the top of the wall something. It sounds like... None of you speak Barovian. But you hear someone yell, and then suddenly there's a light that goes up on the top of the wall there, and they're looking around. There's sounds of yelling in the distance right now. And you know that Gabo-nye has been spotted. What do you all do?
Science got him into this mess. Science will get him out.
Where is the light coming from? Up top, but
Yeah.
where?
Up top on top of the wall.
But where at on top of the wall?
Okay, so let's see. Looking at the map right here, I see where you all are. Hold on. Right about up here.
That about 20 feet up.
You can't see the light, so I will show you the guy.
One time I don't take thaumaturgy.
Well, as you're kind of looking down, Gabo-nye, you're picking yourself up from the ground after tripping, and you hear a ka-chunk. Fortunately, this is a shot in the dark, so they have.
Really?
Yeah, so they do have disadvantage on this attack.
Are we climbing the wall or are we trying to go through the door?
I thought
Has the plan changed?
Are we trying to go through the door or are we climbing the wall? Because this will depend on what I...
Make a choice.
Fortunately, with that 9, Gabo-nye, you see a crossbow bolt thunk into the ground right at your feet. So you need to make a choice. Are you running back to the woods, or are you running to the wall?
Ugh.
Go to the wall.
Can I fire back? Can I fire back at the guy who shot?
Yeah, you could.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna steady aim.
Okay, which would give you advantage. It's only 20 feet in the air, so it's not like super high up there. So this is going to be an advantage. And he also is holding a torch right now.
22!
22 does hit.
And I'm being sneaky, so I get to add my sneak attack?
Well, because you have advantage, you get to add your sneak attack.
Oh, either way. Yay! 10!
10 points of damage. You shoot your crossbow bolt up, and you definitely hear a thunk and a... as he goes stumbling back and falls off the wall.
Shit. Ugh. Humans so noisy.
Yeah, they're definitely noisier than I am.
After that, you're now hearing, and more torches are popping up along this side of the wall and coming in your direction.
Let's go.
Or at least in the direction of your area there of the wall.
We got to go.
Move. Tick, 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 tick. Quiet now.
Okay. So, are you still making your way towards the wall or towards the gate?
Yeah,
Mhm.
towards the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need another stealth check from the three of you.
Oh, come on! What the hell?
Apparently, I'm just gonna like slowly, go up in numbers. Start at 4, 5, 6, 7. Eventually, I'll get there, guys.
How?
We
What?
just need to keep running. Just keep running.
You keep running towards the gate. Awgr is has their back right against the wall and is just kind of inching their way along. But unfortunately, with a 9 and a 7, yeah, they're actively looking for you. And there's about 4 guards now on top of the roof, or on top of the wall. All of them have torches, all of them have crossbows, and they're shooting down towards you all. Can't see Awgr, so that's good, I guess. Man, y'all got caught in the first 10 minutes. What the hell?
You, Matt, you remember how many rounds did it take us to get over a fence?
Oh, no.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So let's see. 2 shots at Zoop, 2 shots at Gabo-nye. There's 13 for Zoop.
Yes, that hit.
Okay, the 10 does not. These 2 are at Gabo-nye. That's a 7 and a 6. Neither of them hit. 5 points of piercing for you, Zoop, as 1 lucky crossbow bolt happens to go across your thigh right as you're trying to run.
Somehow I'm missing the arrows as I'm tripping and tumbling through.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to shoot at where they think you're gonna be, but you keep tripping over your lab coat, so you don't quite make it there.
So, like, you've got about a round before they fire again. What are you all doing?
Just gotta keep running.
Can I see any of them? Like,
Oh, yeah, no, you can see them quite clearly. They're 20 feet up on top of the wall. They have torches in their hands and a crossbow in their other hand, and they're just shooting down at you.
Yep, I'm just running. How close are we? Are these 2 like still at the door?
Yeah, they are still at the door, right? Like, you can see them right now because you've kind of made the turn around and are running in that direction. They both have torches in their hands and spears in the other hand, and they've obviously heard the humans on top of the wall yelling and shooting at you because they're now actively looking around, and they're probably going to spot you next round.
When let me double check range on this. I think it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
No, it's 90 feet. Cool.
Ooh, nice.
Go
ahead.
I'd like to try and do a little sleepy sleep and make the guardies go night-night.
Interesting. Okay, I like it. Go ahead and roll your sleep.
It is 22, and it starts with the one with the lowest hit.
Yes, it does. Which, the one with the lowest hit points is the guy with the spear here to the to the right. He drops and falls asleep immediately.
Go to sleep, little human.
Unfortunately, the other one has more than the extra hit points available, so it does stay awake.
Should have cast.
I'm gonna take a shot at the one who's still awake.
Okay, the one with the yellow dot is asleep.
Okay.
And I'm just going to show you where these guys are here. You said you're going to take a shot?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. With steady aim. 20.
20 absolutely hits.
Ooh. 9.
9 points of piercing damage. The guard there is he turns just in time to see his partner fall down to the ground asleep, and is surprised, and suddenly thunk right in the back. Your crossbow bolt strikes him between the shoulder blades, and he cries out in pain. Is still alive,
Dang it.
but is definitely in pain. We're probably going to have to roll for initiative after this round, but I'm going to let the other two of you make actions before I do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my just a little shitty little slingshot. Looks like, just a twig I found on the ground, tied some string between. Pick up a rock. I'm gonna light it on fire somehow. Just science. It works. Trust me. And then I'm firebolting. That was not supposed to be an advantage, but I assume that missed.
Yes, a 9's definitely going to miss.
Science!
Well, that was your action. You do have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Oh, I don't know what I can do for bonus actions.
Is your spell attack bonus really only 1?
I don't know. Is it?
No, it's it's right. 3. It's a +6. She rolled a 3 each time.
Okay. Gotcha. I see. It just breaks it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you see next to Firebolt, it says +6. That's her
Yeah.
her total modifier.
I mean, the only... Oh no, guidance is an action. It's not a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really have any bonus actions, though.
Okay. Zoop, you got anything you're wanting to do?
Yeah. Let's check the ranges. Yeah. I'm gonna stick my spoon into my alchemy jug, and I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm gonna fling it at the guy that is still awake, and I'm gonna ray for.
I like it. Yeah, a 20 is definitely going to hit.
Or cold damage.
4 points.
Soup is best served cold.
You smack the this guard with a big clod of icy soup. It pelts him in the head, doing 4 points of damage. He looks very, very wounded right now, but is still up.
His face looks kind of delicious.
Maybe it makes human more yummy.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll some initiative now.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm rolling really, really super well, guys.
Okay, so yeah, I'll show the audience what's going on here. This is more or less where everyone is. We're kind of being a little loosey-goosey with distances and things like that. Don't think about it too hard. But yeah, there's a bunch of guards on top of the wall. They have torches in their hands. They have crossbows in their other hand. They're shooting down at our goblin heroes. One of the guards is asleep. The other one is severely wounded. But it looks like it's Awgr who's going up first. So, Awgr, what are you doing?
That never happens to me. Damn, maybe I should be more rogues.
I'm sure Blood is proud of you.
Okay, I'm first. I'm gonna take another shot at the one on the ground
Okay.
with steady aim. Oof. Nope.
Nope, a 9 misses. Even as you steady yourself and fire, this guard seems to be ready for you and just kind of dodges back out of the way. And that's it for your turn because you can't move.
Yep.
Next up, we got one of the guards. This guard is going to be taking...
Wait, why can't I move?
Because when you steady aim, you can't move. That's part of steady aim.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, steady aim is a bonus action that once you use it, you have to stay where you're at.
Gotcha.
Those lines. Can't remember how they worded it, but that's basically it. Anyway, that the next guard is going to be taking a shot at this is at Gabo-nye, but it is still at disadvantage because they are shooting down into the dark. That's a 9. That is going to miss.
Do you guys say they can't see us at night?
Next one is the other one on this wall here. He is also going to be taking a crossbow shot at you. That's a 13 to hit Gabo-nye.
Nope.
Nice. Okay. After that is Zoop. Soup. Soup. Yeah.
Okay.
What you got, Soup?
We got them all nice and coldies. Now let's give them a little bubbly. And do kind of the same thing. Dip my my spoon into my jug. Give it a good stir. But this time we're going to do a little acid. Only one.
Ooh.
A little acid.
Little acid. That
Drop
is-
some acid.
On the guy that is awake.
Let's see here. That is a dex saving throw. Yes, it is. He rolled a 17.
I
Damn.
want to move, but I don't.
Okay, staying there.
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna move behind like closer to the wall, so it's harder for the people up top to shoot at me.
Okay.
And use Awgr as, so they'll come after Awgr first.
Next up is the guard that is asleep. He can't do shit. So after that, we got some more guards. This one is going to be moving towards the gate itself. They're on the wall. They are going to be firing down at, well, they're seeing like blasts of energy come out and things of that nature. Like these little fire bolts come shooting through the air, which lights it up a little bit. But again, from their perspective, it is dark. So while you do hear them yelling, you can't, you don't know what they're saying, but like you get the impression they're yelling down into the town. Now this one is going to be taking a shot at Awgr. Let's see here. Still at disadvantage. 13, Awgr.
Nope.
Okay, that is a miss. Next up is the dude that y'all have been mercilessly hitting. For his action, he is going to run over to the guard that he's next to. And shake.
Its speed is, that guy's speed is reduced by 10.
By 10? Okay, good to know. Still, I feel like he has enough movement to get over to the guy and shake him awake. And then he's going to be yelling up something to the two towers on either side of the gate. You're not quite sure what it is he's yelling, but he's yelling something as he shakes this dude awake. So the scout is now awake. He's still prone. Well, not the scout, the guard is still awake. He is still prone. He is still lying there, but he is awake now. Next up, we have another one of those scouts up there on the wall. He's going to be taking a, what has he got, a longbow? Yeah, so he's taking a longbow shot at Awgr. 12, still, nope. Last guard is taking a shot at Zoop. Still 11.
Oh. Hey.
Woo!
Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Gabo-nye, you're up next.
I think I'm just gonna go after this. Well, not go after, but I am going to shoot one of my firebolts. So that, does a 10 hit him?
A 10 does not hit.
And I actually realized I do have a bonus action I can do. I can take disengage or hide action as a bonus action.
Because you're a goblin.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to hide. Just, you know. Is that a stealth?
That is a stealth check.
Now, do I get the advantage because of my cloak?
You do have the advantage because you're a cloak. I'm just going to let you know they have a passive perception of 14, so you're trying to beat a 14.
Hey!
There you go. With that 16, you have your cloak up that, and the colors like just swirl and move about, and you kind of tuck yourself over against the wall there, and you are pretty damn hidden. Okay, we've got one more guard at the bottom of the turn order. They are taking a shot at Awgr, but a 9's going to miss.
It is.
But all of them are shouting at this point, so chances are reinforcements may be on their way.
Maybe they come out the door and we can run in.
Then lock them out.
Well, we're about to find out. Awgr, it's your turn.
What is this one? Equals to your level. Finish a short or long rest. Okay. I'll save it. Then I am gonna... Well, until the science guy catches up, I'm not gonna move, because we don't want to leave him behind. So I'm just gonna go ahead and steady aim and take another shot at Babyface.
At Babyface.
Yeah. 20.
Oh, that's going to hit.
18.
18 points of damage, more than enough to drop the guard. He's still on his knees, shaking the other one awake, and then he's looking up to yell at the guard tower, and then thunk, crossbow bolt right into the side of his head, and he just drops.
Deal sneak attack damage to creature. Round it up. So it'll just be one more d6 to someone else. I'll save it. Okay, that's it.
That's it for your turn. Next up, we got two guards on the roof, or on the wall, shooting at Gabo-nye, or was shooting at Gabo-nye, but Gabo-nye's hidden. So that means Zoop is the closest one to be seen. 2 shots at Zoop. That's an 11 and a 19, which I assume does hit.
Yes, the 19 will hit.
Dang.
3 points of piercing damage.
It's okay. I make lamb. Ooh, lamb sounds good. Do you think I have sheeps in there?
Oh, they must.
Or lambies?
Must.
Why have big fence if no sheepies?
Well, Zoop, it is your turn. What you got going on?
I am going to use an action to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
That's fair.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that stealth check.
No, I'm not going to hide.
You are not. Like, you got your alchemy jug on your back, and for some strange reason, it's just reflecting the light of those torches up on top of the wall. And you are very much visible. The guard that was shaken awake is going to be using half of his movement to get up. He unfortunately doesn't have a whole lot of movement. He can get a little bit closer towards the door, and he's yelling up at it right now, trying to get those at the top's attention. He is going to take a shot at Awgr. He doesn't have... Well, no, he does have disadvantage still because it is nighttime. And you are probably far enough away just outside his light radius. 9 is going to miss.
Whew! Thank goodness.
The next guard is actually using his action to move. He's going to double dash. So he is no longer on top of the wall. That scout is dead. This scout is also going to use movement and action to get down off the wall on that side. So you just see a few torch lights go out on top of the wall. Next guard is taking a shot at, let's see, Awgr is the one that's been firing and is directly beneath them, so yeah, sure. That's a 12. I assume a 12 misses.
Mm-hmm.
Gabo-nye, you are currently hidden, pancaked against the stone wall. What are you doing?
I'm gonna start inching my way towards the gate. Go across the gate.
Hey, come on, let's go. Let's hide and go.
I don't know, how far can I get?
So if you're using your movement in action, you can get 60 feet. Again, we're kind of loosey-goosey on this map, so you could probably get to right about there.
That's me.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna go here. And like I said, as I went by them, like,
Come on, let's sneak in.
Let's see if you can maintain your hidden status. Give me another stealth check, because you do move.
Oh, now he wants to sneak.
oh, nice. At 20 for 23.
Nice.
Nice.
Better
Yeah,
late than never, I guess.
One more torch disappears off the top of the wall and seems to be moving downward, though you can't see it after it gets past a certain point. We are at the top of the turn order with Awgr. There is one guard that is still up. He's picked up his torch again that was lying on the ground. Fortunately, it is still lit. He has his crossbow in his hand. He took a shot but missed, and seems to be looking and calling for reinforcements that are probably on their way. What do you want to do?
I am going to take a shot. Probably not going to get sneak attack this time, I don't think. Well, if I'm outside of his dark vision, can he see me?
I mean, he's still aware of your presence there. It's just really difficult to make out. That's why he's been shooting at disadvantage.
Okay. So then would that mean that I could have advantage without steady aim?
No, you would not have.
Dang it. Okay,
Unless you use steady aim, you don't get advantage.
Alright. That's fine. 19.
19 still hits.
7 points of piercing damage.
Seven points of piercing damage. You severely wound this guard. He takes it in the shoulder and cries out in pain and grabs it and kind of stumbles a little bit. He is very, very hurt.
Okay, and then I'm going to sneakily try to move towards where the door that they would come out of is and hide.
Okay, so if you're using bonus action hide, give me a stealth check.
22.
22. You are pretty damn stealthy, and you and Gabo-nye are kind of there together, hidden behind Gabo-nye's cloak, right next to the door. Next two guards are looking around. They're trying to see. They can still see Zoop, who rolled a 6. They're kind of going to have to move a little bit to get closer, and they're taking those shots at disadvantage. That's an 8 and a 6. So both crossbow bolts just thunk thunk right at your feet. What are you doing, Soup?
I am going to use my action and my movement to catch up with the other two, and bonus action attempt to 21. Oh, we're all doing good.
Nice. That's what you were looking for when you were approaching. I imagine the three of you just have Gabo-nye's cloak, like, up and held over the three of you like a sheet.
You mean...
Three
Would it be
goblins in a
like-
trench a laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Three goblins behind a sheet at the very least. And as you all pause there hiding, you hear and a thunk. And then the doors to the wall being pushed open. These are large wooden double doors. They're probably about 8 feet tall at the highest point, and they are pushed open by 2 guards, who then are followed by 3 more as they all file out of the town, looking for you all. You all kind of wait for a moment till it's your turn to get past them. It's going to be one more stealth check at advantage because, you're hiding behind this cloak, but you still have to each make it to get to the other side.
Ooh, nice, 22.
$19.
13. It's gonna get saved.
13. Make one last check with these guys.
It sucks if favored by the gods doesn't work on this.
Here's your good news. The highest I rolled was an 11.
Sweet.
So
You gotta love active looking.
you really do. The 3 of you sneak into the town, but through the open doors as these humans are all running about with their torches looking for, well, you all, of course. You can hear them yelling,
Humans be so stupid.
Indeed they
See,
are.
we snuck right past them.
But well done, you have all successfully made it into the town. And I think that's an excellent place to pause and take a break. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we're going to find out what our goblin friends get up to now that they finally, not so stealthily, made it into Aljiba. See you soon. Howdy, everybody. We are back, and when we last left off, our forlorn goblin heroes have managed to sneak their way into Aljiba.
I like how strong that question mark in there was.
yeah. No, I mean, I just got to keep it real. Like, you called a lot of attention to the front, but you managed to get in through the confusion and the chaos by waiting for the door to be opened and then sneaking your way through. Which is where you all find yourselves, on the other side of that wall. Fortunately, the moment you get through there, what you see is, this village that lies beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, that as you're looking about, you're like, this is a freaking forest behind these walls. It's ridiculous. To the
Who puts
northeast.
wall around trees? Stupid human.
Yeah. Now, to the northeast, the gray cliffs rise sharply, and you can see that there is a road that kind of winds along that that mountainside up to that other smaller walled area with the big roofs hidden away behind it. However, you all go scurrying into the trees as quickly as you can, while you see a few more humans come running over to the gate as well. You've all secured yourselves into the trees right now, and you're watching. And you can also see that beyond that, like these cottages that you're seeing, they're very simple. Each one has a wooden fence around it, walling off what you can see, a small garden on either side of the houses and behind them. You can see evidence of like animals as well near the houses, in little makeshift sheds, or in pens right alongside the buildings themselves. You see some goats. You can see a pig from your vantage point. It seems like these people like just kind of live very commune style lives, growing their own food, raising the animals, and chopping down trees that seem to also be replanted. You can see that quite a few places where trees have been pulled down and taken down. There's a stump not too far away from that. Another tree has been planted, a smaller one. So looks like they're purposely keeping this area forested, which is odd to your minds. So, with that in mind, what are your plans from here? What do you want to do now that you're inside the town?
Do we steal the oink oinks or the baba?
Baba. Because we get meats and we get wool.
And we can ride it home.
And pigs are much too loud. Do we want to go in any of these houses?
Go in the one with the baba. See what else is in there.
So which one are you saying you're wanting to go up to?
One of the houses with goats.
One of the
We go steal the goats.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like everyone. I think this is going to be a group challenge here a little bit. I would like each of you to make a different roll. We have 3 rolls to make. You all can decide what ones you're going to be doing. Excuse me. I need a perception check. I need a survival check, and I need a oh god, I'm blanking. I just had the third one. Survival check, perception check, and damn it, I blanked on what the third one was. Don't you hate that? Let's go with investigation, because you're wanting to look for things to steal, you're wanting to look around the surroundings, and you also need to keep an eye out for any pesky humans coming along.
Can I request investigation? Because I got a +3 in that, and a +1 in the other 2.
I am equally bad at all 3, so I will take whatever is left over.
Okay, well I have a +7 to investigation.
Oh crap, maybe we should have you do the investigation.
And I have a 0 to survival. What was the other one? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I have a 2 to perception.
Okay, yeah, I'll take survival then. You take investigation. 7's better.
Okay.
18 for survival.
Aye.
That's not too bad.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
I had 19 for perception. I don't know why it rolled advantage, but they're both the same. Man, where were these rolls when we were trying to sneak in?
Right?
Seriously. Dear God. Okay, well...
I guess we just want to steal stuff, not be sneaky.
I guess so.
I guess so. So as you're huddling here in these pine trees, looking about, you're wanting a nice choice place that has some goats, because those seem like a really good thing to steal. With your 26 investigation, you I imagine you're kind of like in the middle of the trees at this point, looking about. So you're probably more about right around here. And you can see that to the north, there is what you would have to say is probably the biggest of these cottages in the area. While all of them are single story, this one is much wider than the rest of them. And right behind it, you can see a building, an outbuilding with a fence around it. And there are 3 big, tall goats penned up in the pen next to that outbuilding. And you're like, ooh, that one looks really nice. And it's the biggest house in the area. They must have something really, really really good in a place like that. So with that 26, this cottage right up here to your north is easily the most prime location to steal something. With your 19 perception, you see, Zoop, that there are a few more guards that are making their way towards the gate. And you kind of pause and hold everyone up a moment and kind of watch for that. You watch as the guards come running to the gate, start shouting something towards the ones that are on the outside. And the ones from the outside come running in to the inside of the gate. Shut the doors once again and put that big wooden post into the door, locking it once again. They then split up. There was about 6 of them outside by this point, and so there's 8 of them in total that you can see. And 2 of them go back up to the upper watchtowers near the gate, while the other 6 split up into groups of 2 and start moving along the roads. At the same time, you hear in the distance a sound. A howl. The howl of a wolf.
Sounds big and scary.
But, if we bring the sheepses with us, maybe the wolves take a sheepses and not one of us.
Good plan.
That might work.
We have to be very quiet. They are looking for us.
Gotta be very quiet, very still.
Now, Gabo-nye, as the 2 of them have been watching this scene, you've been kind of looking about the area you're in. You're a science-y type, and you're always looking for something to grab and to build with. And so you've been keeping your eye out for really anything out of the ordinary. And there's a couple things that you do note. One of the things is that there are a lot of prints in the wooded areas you're currently in. At first you think they're wolf prints, but they're much larger than the wolves you're used to in Forelorn. Easily, these paw pads are double in size. They're huge, with long claws that kind of dig into the dirt a little bit. And you see that there's a few variety of sizes as well. Some of them are much smaller. Some of them are average wolf size. Others are huge. And they all seem to be circling around to the northwest, along the inside of the wall. The second thing you see is that in the distance, there are an odd sort of cloaked pair of individuals who are approaching the building that you all think is a pretty choice location to steal from. These two individuals carry what look like shovels across their shoulders. One of them has a lantern in their hand, but it's not lit. But they seem to be making their way around to the back of the cottage that you're planning to get those goats from. So you can relay that to your friends as well.
Guys, it looks like I got some big wolves here. They look at least 5 times the size of the ones we've got back home. We need to be really careful.
5? 5?
At least.
It's the biggest number I can count to.
And I see at least 8 guys over there at the house that we want to go to.
Eight stupid humans shouldn't be a problem.
But 8 is many.
That's a lot, guys.
Do we just try to steal the goatses then? Sheepses? They just left them outside. Stupid.
Do we only want sheepses or do we want more?
Always more.
I mean, I definitely don't want to go back with just a couple of sheep. I mean, we gotta come back with something more, guys.
Let's sneak this and see. If no good, then sheepses.
Or maybe if we look in some of these smaller houses. Maybe nobody's in one of those.
Who keeps good things in small houses? Small houses never have good.
But these are stupid humans.
They are pretty stupid humans. We can sneak into one of the small houses and then we can come out and we can steal the sheep.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. You all go scurrying up towards the house. Make for me stealth checks.
Don't worry, I'm really good at these guys. Look, 18.
Hey.
8. I'm the best.
But sheepses.
I imagine that Zoop is like unknowingly reciting like a recipe with sheep's meats out loud.
Mm-hmm. And as you do so, you're making a way around this building, and you get there in time to see 2 individuals, the 2 in the cloaks. They're there behind the house, and they seem to be digging something up out of the ground behind the house. You can see that there are a series of 3 stone slabs that aren't very thick, but they're like kind of almost as tall as you are, but rounded towards the top, and have like chisel marks all over them, stuck in the ground and in front of dirt mounds. And you can see that the two individuals in the cloaks are shoveling at the third one, digging at it. Now, you've seen humans do things like bury their dead in the ground before, and that's a reasonable assumption that what they're digging up is probably somebody buried there. The two of them are working, and they've got the mound dug up fairly well, and you can see as you get there and you're peering over with Zoop like still reciting the recipe, that they're pulling a body out of the ground. Now, Zoop being as loud as they are, it's no real surprise that from the inside of the cottage, suddenly lights come on. The two individuals in the cloaks turn suddenly and look towards the house and see that the lights are on. And with the light there, you can see some of their features, which are odd. You've never seen humans like this before. What they look like is, well, how does one describe this, really? Let's see here. So what you're seeing is they look kind of human-like, but they're squat. The first one looks kind of, well, he's short, he's squat, he's very thick, but there's patches of fur in weird places on his body. One of the ears looks human, but the other sticking out from underneath the cloak looks like a wolf's ear. And protruding from the face looks to be a wolf's snout, barred and showing its fangs at the light. You see in the arms that's holding that shovel that they look human, but then the light casts on their feet, which almost look cat-like or maybe mountain lion. The one next to it is a little bit taller, but the face underneath the cloak is covered in lizard-like scales, while the right side is covered with gray fur. The eyes that are looking out from underneath that hood look reptilian, almost snake-like. But then one of the arms looks kind of cat-like, and the other one looks human. And that's the arm that's picking up, well, what appears to be another dead human covered in dirt. The body, it's hard to tell, but it has long hair, and it seems to be wearing a skirt or a dress of some type. Now, their eyes lock on to yours, Zoop and Awgr. The same moment that like you just kind of have this one moment of you're looking at them and they're looking at you, and then there's some shouts from the building that you're they're next to, and the two of them look to each other and turn and run away as the back door to this house opens up and another human comes running out holding a lantern. I would like everyone to make another stealth check, please.
Oh, goodness.
That would be a 10 this time.
17.
25.
Good news is that this guy, his attention is on the two that are running away with the body over their shoulder. This human looks old, very old. He has a big, bristly, walrus-like mustache. He has a very round cheeks. He looks like Wilford Brimley. Let's just be honest. However, he's wearing a nightgown and a nightcap on his head, and he's holding up a brass lantern. And he's yelling, and he goes running out after the two of them, the two human that were digging up the corpse. However, he does not seem to notice you. So
here's our chances to sneak into the big house while he's after the odd-looking humans.
Yes, let's sneak in there. Quickly.
are you going towards the door that he just vacated, or are you going to go around to the front door?
Which one's closer?
Probably the door he vacated.
Yes.
Than that one.
We'll give him a couple of steps.
Oh yeah. Once, away a little.
But I think that's going to be the door that we'll go in, because it's already open.
Okay, so you wait
we don't need to spend 20 minutes trying to open a door.
That's fair. Well, I'm just going to say, you said you're going to wait a few moments just to make sure he doesn't turn back. And so in that time that you're waiting and watching, another individual comes running out of the house after him. Good thing you waited. This one looks a lot younger than the older human that you had just seen. No facial hair whatsoever, wearing a linen shirt and breeches, wielding what appears to be a short sword in his hand, and it seems to be running after the older one at high speed. But he does not notice you either. So that's a good thing.
Good humans.
Good thing you rolled at least a 10. But you all make your way inside the house, the cottage, which is brightly lit with a couple candles at this point. Brightly lit for you all, you're goblins after all. And it is furnished quite simply, table, chairs, shelves, bookshelves, a big chest to one side of a fireplace. There's 2 bedrooms in this area that are adjacent to one another. I'm just going to let you know what you find there. But go ahead, everyone, make me investigation checks as I tell you the basic stuff.
I'm going to close the door behind us. Locks it.
Good call. Okay, so Soup runs over to the door, closes it, and locks it with the key that's in the lock.
Take the key.
Take the key.
But give me investigation checks as I tell you that there are 2 bedrooms adjacent to this to the main room and kitchen area. One has one very large bed in it with a dresser and another bookshelf with all sorts of bric-a-brac and things of that nature. The second bedroom has 4 smaller beds in it, all lined up around the walls, each with a little dresser next to it. You can tell that only one of the beds have actually been used. One of them has the covers thrown back. The other 3 all have beds that are perfectly made and tucked in and look like they haven't been used in some time. So let's see. Looks like you got a 22, a 17, and a 26.
Well, that should be a 9 because I wasn't supposed to get advantage.
Fair enough. So a 9, a 17, and a 26. Awgr, fortunately, sees all. And with a quick investigation, you find, several... you find a root cellar filled with food. Bags upon bags of fresh vegetables and dried beans and grains and hanging meats that have been smoked all throughout there. It's a treasure trove of food. You also find, with that 26, in the main bedroom, there are quite a few little statuettes on the bookshelves, little knickknacks of things made of gold and silver. You also find several necklaces, several rings, all looking pretty valuable and shiny. And you find a strange bag on the dresser. It's strange. It's just a little leather bag with drawstrings. But you snatch it down and you open it up and you reach your hand in and then reach your arm in and then reach all the way up to your shoulder and you can't feel a bottom.
I'm going to take my arm out and I'm going to flip it upside down and kind of shake it to see if anything comes out.
Quite a few things. Quite a bit of gold, a lot of electrum, several daggers.
Just going to quickly, as soon as stuff starts falling out of it, I'm just going to pick it back up and be like,
I think they have a magic pouch. There's nothing in it, but if you flip it upside down, things fall out.
As I see all this gold and stuff all the ground, I start scooping a bunch of it up.
Yeah, I think Zoop has like a ring on each finger.
I'm gonna assume that there's more shinies in this because I didn't let it all fall out, and I'm just gonna take the bag to the cellar and I'm gonna see if I can start fitting things in it.
Oh yeah,
like things that should be too big to fit in it because it's a magic pouch, man.
Oh yeah, you can stretch it. You can stretch it and fit quite a bit. So like you're just shoving whole sides of meat into this thing. All the bags of beans and grain and big duffels of turnips and potatoes and all these root vegetables. You're just shoving into this little pack.
And as Awgr is doing this, I'm gonna look at like, let me look in there. I'm gonna go stick my head in there.
You can absolutely stick your head in there and go all the way like down with your head. You can't see anything.
While he's got his head in, I'm just gonna see if I can fit the rest of him in.
I just imagine Gabo-nye's feet just kicking in the air.
Exactly.
Give me opposed athletics checks, the two of you.
No. Oh no, athletics. Oh boy.
Oh well, this should go great.
You very stealthily sneak up to Gabo-nye as their head is in the bag, and you shove them, and they just tumble and go all the way in.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna pull the edges open. Gabo?
Can't see them.
Gabo!
You are floating in an interdimensional space right now, Gabo-nye. You can see a hole there above you that you can try to reach out and grab, and you can see Awgr's head looking, trying to see you, but they can't see you, and you're just floating there in this weird amorphous space.
Zoop, I think I lost Gabo.
I'm gonna stick a hand in. Gabo-nye, grab hand! Grab hand, don't be stupid humans!
I'll reach out for the hand. Can I reach it?
Yeah, you can reach out for it. Give me a strength check to try to pull them out. You can have advantage because Awgr's probably helping you.
Oh wait, I gotta do strength.
No, Zoop has to make a strength check to pull you out.
Oh, gotcha.
Strength or athletic? Oh, it's an 11.
11. That's fine. You can grab onto Gabo-nye and pull him up, and he doesn't weigh a lot. You're all goblins, and you get to the point where you can get his arms up in over the bag, and the three of you
start pulling the bag down.
Yeah. And with the three of you working together, you are able to get Gabo-nye out.
We comes back with so much.
Everything.
So guys, I'm I'm a scientist and all, so you know I know what I'm talking about, but don't do that. That's not good.
Experiment?
I mean,
What was it like? What was it like in this weird bag?
I did not like that. That was like I was just floating. There's nothing. No, I
So
don't
much more
recommend that.
space.
I'm just gonna keep shoving more stuff in.
We should hurry before stupid humans comes back.
And then sheepses.
Sheep.
Maybe we could keep the sheeps in there.
Oh.
I like it. No, you all finish putting all the stuff into the bag. You cinch it up. You put it on your waist, one of you, and you start making your way up from the root cellar into the main area. As you get up there, you all stop as you see the young man that you had seen in his breeches and a linen shirt holding a short sword standing there in the doorway opposite where you came from, the front door. The door is open. He's looking there like he's got a little trickle of blood on his forehead. He's looking wild-eyed, and he sees the three of you coming up the steps of the root cellar into the main area. And he looks at you. You all look at him.
I'm gonna subtle spell cast sleep on him. Time for
I was gonna
night.
be like, everybody, freeze.
Okay, so yeah, tell me about subtle spell.
Subtle spell means I do not make any verbal or somatic components to cast the spell. So it just looks like we stop. But I'm gonna cast sleep on this guy.
Okay, roll your sleep. Let's see if you can knock him out.
He's a young lad. Do I do a second level spell? Do I do a second level sleep? Or do I do a first? How many?
I don't know how magic works. I have no magic. I just see dead people.
Okay, so it's 5d8. It's either 5d8 or 7d8. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna do sleep at second. Just in case. It's probably over, but...
Well, he has 25 hit points, so let's see if you can beat it.
20! Oh no, that's 30-something.
30, yeah, no, that's 32. Yeah,
That's
more
32.
than enough. More than enough. You,
Man, I could have just cast it at level 1, but that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, sometimes you need to do that. As you're standing there staring, Zoop just quietly casts the spell before he can even react, and you just see this eyes go rolling into his skull, and he twists and drops.
Needs to go.
Go, go, go.
Never had sleep come in clutch, so...
I wonder if we can put like a whole herd of sheep to sleep, and then just, in the bag.
Now, he was standing in the front door, which is open. He has dropped his short sword now. It is lying clattered on the floor, and he's just lying there in a heap in the door frame itself. Are you going to climb over him, or are you going out the back door that you had locked previously, which is where the sheep pen is?
The back door, because we've got a key.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal his short sword, and then go.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're doing that, what's your passive perception?
Who, me?
You.
12.
12. Okay, so you go scurrying over to his unconscious body, grab that short sword, and turn and start scuttling away. About the same time, Gabo-nye and Zoop are unlocking the back door. As you're getting right up towards them, you hear the sound, a low...
Oh, it's one of those doggies. Quick! You got some meat in there, don't you? Throw him some meat.
You all turn and look behind you, and stepping into the door frame is the oddest sort of wolf you've ever seen. First and foremost, it's bigger than a human, and it's walking on 2 legs. It has long, limbery arms with long fingertips and jagged claws on the tips of them. The canine head is huge, twice the size of a normal wolf, and its lips are just curled in a snarl. It has blood dripping off of its canines, and it's looking towards you, and then it looks towards the body on the ground. It looks towards you again. And looks towards the body on the ground. Are you going to throw something at it?
Good, Wolfie. Have steak.
You pulled out one of those dried pieces of meat and you throw it. Make a persuasion check for me.
Maybe I should have.
Persuasion. Hang on. What does... Too late. Okay. Persuasion. Oh boy. I'm on normal. Okay. 2!
The steak flops at his feet, and he just kind of looks down at it and looks up at you and growls again.
We runs for the sheeps.
You turn and run?
As soon as I got the door open.
Door opens with a click. You all go scurrying out of it. Do you slam the door behind you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You slam the door behind you as you hear a... You all turn, and about 20 feet away is the pen with the sheep. There are 3 large... Well, I said they're goats originally, but you keep calling them sheep, so now I'm calling them
We're
sheep.
goblins.
Whatever.
What do you want from us?
I know,
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Sheep, goat, same difference.
Who knows? Whatever the hell they are. They're there behind a pen. There is a fence around it, the pen, and there is a door, a little gate in the front of it. It looks like all you have to do is push it up. Like it's one of those little wooden things you just push up and you can open and close the door. You know what I mean? You gonna take the sheep?
Yeah, we're gonna take some sheeps.
Okay, you go running over to the pen, pushing up the little wooden thing. There are sheep on the other side of it, or they're goats actually, but you think they're sheep. What are you doing once you open the door?
I'm gonna
Grab 'em,
take
put them in the bag.
the grain that's out of the pouch, and I'm gonna shake it to see if it gets their attention.
Okay. Make me an animal handling check.
Oh no. Okay. 14.
14, not bad. Yeah, you pull out the grain, you're kind of shaking it at them. It's the middle of the night. They were kind of asleep originally, but they've been woken up from all the clamor and all the commotion and everything, and they kind of bleat, B-L-E-E-T, at you hesitantly. But they seem to be moving towards you.
Cool. I'm gonna take rope out, and then once it gets close, I'm gonna tie one of them.
Okay.
Okay, come on, sheepies.
Give me a sleight of hand check, because you're trying to keep them occupied with the grain while also getting some rope out and tying it around their neck.
22.
Yeah, without issue. You loop your noose. You get the sheep coming towards you. You're holding out the grain. The moment they move their head toward you, you just slip that noose around them. Cinch. You got it.
Let's go.
Zoop is gonna. No, this is gonna go badly because I'm sure my animal handling roll is not gonna fit like what I'm about to do. Zoop is gonna jump on one of their backs, grab one horn, land the soup spoon up in the air, and be like, "Yips, yips, sheepsies."
Yeah. Give me a acrobatics check first to jump onto the goat, and then
21.
That's good, and then an animal handling check.
7.
You go running over, jump onto the goat, grab the horn, and immediately it starts bucking and kicking and flinging about. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
20.
You're managing to hold on. Nobody's know quite how, but you grab both of the horns with both of your hands, and you're just being flung to and fro as this goat is just like kicking and bucking and bouncing all over the place.
I am Bronco riding a goat. I'm
I just
here
finished
for
the bag.
Come, sheepses, come.
Gabo-nye, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to catch the other sheep.
How are you doing that?
I'm just going to go up to them and grapple them.
Okay. Give me a athletics check.
This ought to go well. Oh, 18. That's not bad.
Hey.
That's not bad at all. I'm going to say that a goat has a strength of +1. Yeah, you go running over, wrap your arms around it, and just grab onto it, pulling it down to the ground.
Are we putting these in the bag, or?
I'm using my pouch of grain and hanging it in front of my sheep's face to try and get it to walk where I want it to go.
Yeah, you're basically doing carrot on a fishing line, but with grain, and the goat's just kind of trotting along happily, following you out the pen, while Zoop is just riding a freaking bucking bronco, and Gabo-nye has the third one in a headlock down on the ground yelling, "Are we putting him in the bags?"
Come, sheepses.
vastly different approaches, all of us.
I'll also just go ahead and say, who has the highest passive perception? Just out of curiosity.
I have an 11, so not me.
12.
Same.
Wow. So you don't notice this for a while, but eventually you do note the fact that there is a ringing of a bell and more human voices yelling right now. Either you're drawing a lot of attention or there's a lot more shit going on that you don't know about. So with Gabo-nye like MME wrestling... a goat.
Just sling the goat over his shoulder and get going.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, you're just manhandling this goat.
Science!
What's the plan from here?
I'm still trying to get my goat
Plan?
to go.
We're supposed to have a plan?
The goat's not going anywhere. It's just trying to kick you off, but you're holding on. I guess give me another dexterity saving throw, Zoop.
Can I try and entice Zoop's sheep as well?
I'm gonna use. It's a 12, but I'm gonna use my This is so stupid, but I'm gonna use my favor by the gods to add 2d4 to
Why the hell not? Roll 2 ones. That's all I want to see.
I know, right?
Ask and you shall receive.
That made me so happy because what happens is that goat just kicks you so hard, you go flying in the air off of the thing, landing on your back with a thud. You're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit your head against the fence post.
God, what's so much better than cooking?
And the goat goes running off out of the pen.
Does it follow its its sheep friend?
I'm going to say, I'm going to give you a chance. Make an animal handling check to try to catch the goat bolting out of the pen, but the DC is a lot higher right now.
Oh, no. Okay.
Because it's been agitated by this goblin on its back.
Come, sheepses. Come.
I get to Bronco goat ride again.
Zoop, your eyes are bleary and you look up as this freak of nature goat that just kicked you off goes running and bouncing all over the pen, goes racing towards the open door, but then there's Awgr with his bag of grain just like shaking it like a cat. And it just suddenly scoots to a halt and sits there. Bah! And eats a little bit of the grain.
Yeah. I'm riding the original goat with the bag in front, and I'm like, come on, sheepses, come.
Gabo-nye, you still have a goat in a headlock. What are you doing here?
You want to try and shove it in the bag?
Sure, why not? Let's toss this one in the bag.
Give me another athletics check. Yeah. So, holding the goat by the horns with one arm around it, you just yell, "Open the bag!" And you go dragging it toward Awgr, who I think still has the bag, who's holding it open with one hand while enticing the other goat with the other, and you just kind of shoulder flip this fucking goat into the bag of holding, where it disappears into the darkness.
God.
This is so stupid.
I love it so much.
You know, if we did something this stupid in our actual Strahd game, it never would work.
No, we'd be rolling that once.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you're welcome. Clearly, the only difference here. All right.
You have these 2 goats tamed. Another's in the bag.
And I'm gonna start leading them towards the way out.
And you start leading them towards the way out. I want one more animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
Because this yeah. 18, yeah. You start leading these 2 goats. You're riding one, carrying the bag of feed, the other's following along. Zoop is probably limping behind while Gabo-nye is taking up the rear. You start making your way towards the gate. You're getting close there, but as you're making your way out, you hear that snarl one more time.
Princess.
You all turn and look, and from the far side of the lane, you can see that there are 3 wolves in the distance. One of them standing on hind legs, like the one you saw in the cottage. And Right now, you look like a really tasty target with two goats.
I might try something, but for some reason the description is not on.
Well, let me set this up real quick here. Now, I'll actually give you some visual of what you're seeing, at least a little bit.
I don't think I can put all of these wolves to sleep with a first level.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm going to give you some visual on what you're actually looking at here, so there you go. In the distance, you can see the three of them. The one tall, almost humanoid-looking wolf, flanked by two smaller wolves that you do recognize as very similar to the wolves you have in Forelorn. So, one last time, I would like everybody to roll for initiative.
Click your token.
Are they considered behind us?
Yeah.
Or are we running in their direction? Okay.
You're running opposite them. You're running towards the gate. They are behind you. Oof, I rolled like shit.
Oof, that was
That's
bad.
okay.
You guys run. I've got kind of a plan. As long as we can run.
Okay, well, we're about to find out what's going to happen. Here is, up first is Awgr. You are sitting on top of a sheep. I don't think I have a sheep token, but I'm going to look for one.
That's okay, because I think I want to spend my turn putting them both in the bag.
Let me think here.
I'll spend my action, bonus action, movement, all of it, just to get them in the bag.
So I'm going to say that if you're using your full action to do this, you would be able to get a sheep into the bag. However, it's going to be an animal handling check to do so.
Ugh, okay.
Because that's a lot of coaxing for 6 seconds.
I mean, I'm gonna, use my foot to stretch out the opening of the bag, hold it open, and throw the food into it so that hopefully they just run it.
Like I said, we're going to make an animal handling check. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy. Do I still have advantage over these ones?
Not this time, I'm afraid. Not when there's a bunch of wolves bearing down on them.
Oh no! Oh boy, here we go. I'm too scared. Please work. What did I get?
A 6.
Yeah.
Oh
Unfortunately, you get down off the goat, you put your foot down, you stretch the bag up, you're trying to shake the bag of food in there to try to coax them in, but the goat sees the wolves and is just frozen with fear.
You should have used
Can I-
science.
If it's stretched open, can I just to put it over at least one of them? I can't get both. Can I just get one?
Now, nope, you had to make the animal handling check to get the one. That's the thing. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get them in on this turn. You could have gotten one in on your turn and one on the next, but with that animal handling check, no, I'm afraid not. However, it is the wolf's turn next. Wolves have 40 feet of movement. So, good news is this wolf is going to just come charging 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Has to use its action to continue to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to right here. It comes circling around you, Gabo-nye. Its mouth is open. It's just saliva is dripping off of those canines. But while they're circling you, they have not attacked yet. Zoop, you're up next. And Gabo-nye's on deck.
We got two runs. I'm going to let's way off a line, not a circle. 80 feet. Oh, they're out of range for that. So that does. I didn't mean to. I wanted to see what the range was. Not roll that natural 20.
You could use. I'll allow you to use it on this guy here.
Yeah, I will use it on that one then.
Yeah, don't waste that nat 20.
Yeah. I feel bad for you.
I just might have done acid splash on the closer guy. No, don't roll it. Just let me read it.
There you go. Acid splash is
a deck save. Okay, so yeah, I'll Ray of Frost the so that if Gabo-nye wants to run, Gabo-nye can run.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll that Ray of Frost damage.
Six cold.
6 points of cold damage. You hit the wolf that was charging towards Gabo-nye, hitting it, and it makes this sound as the ice damage slams into him.
And I'm also going to move kind of back behind this house so that I can hide or try, because I've been failing at that.
Bonus action to hide.
10.
That's a 10. We'll keep that in mind. Gabo-nye, you're up next, and you have a wolf bearing down at you.
I do have a wolf bearing down.
Check your volume.
Okay, it's all the way up. But anyway, I do have a wolf bearing down on me. Let me look at something here real quick. Just a second. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to take 2 rocks and slam them together to cast this at this guy.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
You're doing that at the wolf right next to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You can angle it in such a way that you're not going to hit the goats or your pal Awgr, so that's good. It is a dex saving throw. Well, I rolled a 9, so that is a failure.
So then he gets 12 thunder and slammed into that wall.
Not only is he slammed into the wall, but all the windows and doors of that building that you're next to explode inward in a shower of thunderous force that just sends all the glass inward. The wolf is knocked through the door into a bunch of barrels that you can now see, and he then collapses to the ground, dead.
See, that's what science does for you.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna go. I guess I can only get to there. I can't get behind that house.
There we go.
And then I'm also gonna try to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hide.
Oh,
Hey,
shit!
that 20.
Nice.
You are crouched down behind the edge of this wall, just kind of pressed up against it, and you are pretty damn stealthy. Next up, we have the wolf. The wolf is going to have to move, use its movement and action to get all the way up there, but can get all the way up with its full movement, and is coming charging towards the goats and towards Awgr. Last but not least is the werewolf's turn, because that's obviously what he is, a werewolf. He also has quite a bit of movement, but you also see that he has a spear in one hand in this lupine form that he has. He is going to come charging up 40 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He saw what happened with Zoop and with Gabo, and while unfortunately he can't see Gabo, he can see the goblin that is still in visual, which is Awgr. And so he's going to come charging up, and he's going to launch the spear as hard as he can towards you.
Sorry, I mean...
However, an 11's going to miss. Last up, we have the goats. The goats are going to turn and run.
One of them is tied to me.
Oh yeah, one of them is.
I have it tied.
Yes, that is true. So that one is going to have to make an athletics check opposed against you to flee. So give me an athletics check.
Oh boy. Okay. Normal and 16.
This is supposed to be a goblin heist, not a goblin rodeo.
Mm-hmm. It's true, but your 16 beat my 9, so it's able to get 5 feet away from you before that rope tugs, and you like kind of grab it and brace yourself, and you hold it in place. The other goat you were not tied to, however. This is the one that you were following, and it runs. It is going to provoke an opportunity attack from the wolf. That's that 20, baby.
Bye-bye, goat. Goodbye, sheepses.
Yeah, that's more than enough to take this goat out. So as that goat turns to run, the wolf just leaps, bites it in its throat, and pulls it down to the ground. And you just hear a snap. As both the wolf and the goat the wolf now has the goat locked in the ground, and you hear it bleat its last bleat. Top of the turn order.
At least now you can runs.
It runs faster than the wolves.
You don't have to run faster than the wolves. You just have to run faster than somebody else.
Just run faster than the sheep.
I'm going to move everybody over to the right a little bit, just because of the fact that like we're running out of space. So that's close enough. No, that's not. Yeah, that'll work. There, that works. Just so we have more map space. Okay, Awgr, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, so I'm just going to steady aim and take a shot at the big werewolf one, not the wolf right beside me.
Okay. Now that's... you would have disadvantage because of the steady aim. However, you have disadvantage because the wolf is right next to you, so it's just a straight shot.
Straight shot. Okay. But I still get the sneak attack?
No, because you do not have advantage on the shot. So here's the way it works. When somebody's in melee combat with you, firing ranged attacks are always at disadvantage. That's just the way it is.
Okay, well then, screw it. I'm just going to take my rapier, slash at the wolf beside me.
Okay.
Normal. Does 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Okay. 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage.
And then I'm going to run with my goat 30 feet away, and then bonus action dash to run another 30.
Yep, he already used his reaction, so he does not have another one. You could absolutely run with your goat.
Cool. So we run away 60 feet.
Okay, well, you can put yourself at the edge of the map. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Just what is that?
And then I can't move the goat. You'll have to move the goat for
Yeah,
me.
so that's exactly 60 feet right there. So that's good.
Moving.
There you go. Next up, that wolf is dead. So Zoop, you're up next.
I'm gonna first move some of my movement. And then I'm gonna Ray of Frost. Let's go with the wolf that's currently eating the goats. Let's Ray of Frost.
That's fair.
So 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
So it does 4 cold damage.
That's enough to take out this wolf. So tell us how that looks as he's eating the goat.
So kind of what happens is I flick some of the fluid out of my alchemy jug. And as it's just kind of devouring, this goat kind of freezes in place. Like, not like full on like icy freezes, but almost like rigor mortis freezes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I run away. That was 10 of my 30.
I'm pretty sure you can bonus action dash if you want.
I cannot, because I am not a rogue.
No, but you're a goblin.
No, I can only hide or disengage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not dash and disengage. Sorry. My bad. Dash.
It's probably not going to work, especially since I'm in plain sight, but I will try and hide.
Yeah, you will be at disadvantage on this stealth check because of you being in plain sight.
Yeah. Nope, not sleight of hand. 16.
16.
That's
Okay.
so good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. For a disadvantage, definitely not bad.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Gabo-nye, you're up next.
Okay, let's see. We're running. Do I want to take a pot shot at that guy before I run?
Up to you.
I think I am. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to fling a flaming rock at him for firebolt. 25.
25 does hit.
For
7
science.
damage.
7
Science!
points of damage. That was your action.
And I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to hide.
Okay, try to hide. You're stealthing at disadvantage.
Well, it's normal because of my thing, my cloak. 15.
Okay, good to know. Next up, we have the werewolf. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet to right there. Going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35. So it's... You watch it as it kind of moves up to here and is moving towards the middle of the road like this as it begins sniffing about. It does have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or smell, which is what it is currently doing. It knows it saw you two go this way. It sees Awgr as well, so I'm just waiting to see whether or not it actually sees you. It does not.
Nice.
So it manages to get to right here, not noticing the two of you there.
I imagine there's like a slick fist bump as we're hiding.
Probably.
See? Science!
The goat freaks out, and it is trying to get away. Awgr, I need a animal handling check to keep it from bolting as that werewolf comes up right next to it. If you can beat a 15, you are able to keep it calm, and it's not going to run away. If you roll under a 15, it is going to bolt, and it is going to get an attack of opportunity by the wolf.
Oh, nice.
19. Yes. Very nice. So you manage to control the goat as it starts... Bah, 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 ah! You just hold on to the rope, and you're just keeping it there, and you make sure it does not run away. And it is now your turn.
Okay. Bonus action. Steady aim.
Okay. That will give you advantage on the shot, which will give you sneak attack.
Awesome. Okay. 17. Oh, hang on. And again. So 17.
17 hits.
Cool. And then that. And then plus Fury the Small, I'm going to pump that in there.
Okay. I like it.
So that's what? Another 3?
How does your Fury of the Small translate to this scene?
I goat scream at it so shrilly that like its ears start to bleed.
I like it. Add your Fury of the Small damage.
It's 3.
Just 3? Okay.
Yeah.
So 17 points of damage. That's still pretty freaking good.
Go.
Small damage is just 3. I don't think it has a critical damage because it's not a dice roll. So we'll do that. Can I just click that? No, I can't. Okay.
No, it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's just it adds your level to an attack, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So still
18.
18 points of damage. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. And then I think this affects a different... I can't use it to affect the same creature, right? You can target a second creature, yeah. So, never mind. All good. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my... if I move, I might lose the goat. So I think I'm just gonna stay here.
You also use your steady aim.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't move.
Yeah. Okay.
I keep forgetting that.
Soup, you're up next.
I'm gonna reinforce the big wolfy man.
Okay.
Since I'm hidden, would that be advantage?
It will.
Nice.
21.
21 hits.
Or 6 cold.
6 more points of cold damage.
And I will move my... Can't quite get 30 feet. I'll be off the map.
Yeah, but we know that you're a little bit farther.
And the Wolfie's speed is 10 less.
10 less. I'll keep that in mind. Gabo-nye, you're up next.
Gabo-nye.
Okay. I am gonna... Since it worked so well the last time, I'm gonna take those 2 rocks again, slam them together to hit that guy. The thunder wave. There.
Okay, you're using the thunder wave. You are going to have to angle it kind of weird to not hit the goat. It's going to hit the building and shatter more windows, but who gives a fuck? Let's see how he does. DC 13 dex save. Oh yeah, I forgot about something. Shit.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
No, I did. 13 saves. So that's going to be halved down to 3. And I also...
He's not pushed.
And you also notice as his turn comes around that the arrow that you shot, Awgr, at him, it's starting... It seems to be healing up a little bit, and it pops the crossbow bolt out of the flesh.
Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna use the rest of my move to go here.
So for the audience, just so you know, werewolves are I've been doing this wrong this whole fucking time. Werewolves are immune to bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing weapons made from non-silvered weapons. I forgot about that. But you all realize that as the crossbow bolts that have been stuck into the wolf kind of ooze its way out again and pink, pink on the ground. So there's that. However, the werewolf, his turn's next, and he looks down at a really tasty goat and somebody controlling it. And so he's going to move up and take 2 attacks, one with its bite and one with its claws. The bite's going at the wolf. Should not have been an advantage. That's a 6. That misses. Claws are going at Awgr. 19 hits.
Yep.
9 points of slashing damage.
Oh, ouchie.
So he does seem to be regenerating a little bit, but your magic has been working very well. So you are able to ascertain that fact. The goat's turn. Awgr, give me an animal handling check.
Oh, jeepers.
He just had some wolf jaws come chomping at him. But despite all the odds, you're just...
Sheep's whisperer.
Yeah, you are the sheep's whisperer and are managing to keep it in check.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah?
The short sword that I picked up from the guy at the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like a normal short sword?
It does not. It's
God.
interesting that you ask that fact, because as you're looking at that short sword, you're like, you've been shooting these crossbow bolts, and you're like, fuck, this isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And then you look down at that short sword, and it is gleaming in a strange light. Like, just kind of almost glowing a little bit in the moonlight.
It's magic! They have a magic pouch, they have a magic sword.
Just so you know, that is a +1 short sword.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So you can add a short sword +1 onto your character sheet. I'm glad you remembered to grab that.
So am I. +1 short sword.
Yeah. Short sword is D6 finesse weapon, and it is a +1 bonus.
The new question is it silvered?
It doesn't matter.
If not, I'm going to be totally useless.
Doesn't matter. Silvered weapons are great against werewolves, but magical weapons work just as well.
Ooh! Yay! Bam ram you.
Baramu! Baramu! Okay, Awgr, what you got?
Oh shit, it's my turn.
It is your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah,
They had a magic pouch. They have a magic pointy. Ha!
does my goat count as an ally?
I'm going to say no. Your goat does not count as an ally. However, your friends
Wait a
do.
minute. With all the nat 20s, I feel like that goat's our friend by now.
I love that you're trying. It's very well tried. There are 3 of you. The goat doesn't count as an ally.
Dang it. Okay. turn my sneak attack off. Okay. 17.
17 does hit.
11.
11 points of damage. I do a
You're trying to
redo
hurt
my
my
freaking
shit,
math.
Ah!
You slash at it, and it cuts deep across the chest of this creature, and almost like a hot knife through butter, and which is vastly different from like the crossbow bolts. Because while they stuck and you thought it did damage, when it popped out, you're freaking out. But no, that deep cut along its chest is still staying there. The magic is working. You have anything else?
Disengage and run 30 feet away.
Disengaging and running away. Absolutely. God, okay, let me redo the map again real quick. God. There you go. Now you got room.
Me and the goat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Come, sheep says, come, come.
Yeah, the goat would be pulled along that direction, and I am, however, actually, yeah, because it's forced movement, so it will not get an attack of opportunity. Zoop, you're up next.
We like Tsar Wolf's well dones. And I'm going to use my circlet of blasting and shoot 3 scorching rays at this werewolf.
Nice.
Oh, God. Yeah, so Zoop suddenly grabs onto their chef hat, which has this little gem in the center of it for whatever fucking reason, and suddenly 3 rays of fiery energy come shooting out of it towards the werewolf.
That's a 24, a 19, and an 11.
2 of the 3 hit.
Okay. That. See if this will roll. Okay, so that's 6 and 3. Damn.
Whoa. Yeah. Harsh. Okay, 9 points of fiery damage. Poof, poof. It hits, 2 rays hit the wolf, burning these little disc-sized burn marks into his chest. He howls in pain, but otherwise seems unaffected.
We've already been making a whole lot of noise with these thunder waves.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of commotion right now in the distance.
I'm gonna move my 30. I'm not gonna hide in plain sight. I'm gonna use my bonus action to use my last 2 sorcery points. Wait, hold on. I might not need to do that. No, I don't need to do that. No, okay, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay.
I thought I would need another spell slot, but I don't at the moment, so I'm gonna hold on to those sorcery points.
Okay. Gabo-nye, you're up next.
Stupid low.
15. And this will be. I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew
Oof.
towards him.
Yeah, so a stream of acid comes emanating out of you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide.
It comes out of a stick, actually.
Comes out of a
Science
stick.
Science stick.
I like it. Dexterity saving throw from the wolf. That is a 13, so meets it, beats it.
That sucks.
So he was, as like you go running over there, you shoot this acid, he just jumps backwards and kind of does this roll out of the way, and he's able to dodge it. Is that it for your turn?
Okay, now I'm gonna go here and then I'm just gonna bonus action try to hide.
Okay.
I assume 20. Well, I
Well,
guess
you have to do it at disadvantage.
No, because I have my thing, my cape.
Oh, that's right. You have your cape, so
Okay.
it's a straight roll.
Yeah, so it's 20.
Absolutely. The werewolf on his turn is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20,
So
25.
does he take another 2d4 acid damage?
No, he dodged, so he doesn't
dodged.
take it.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Dang, that would have been good.
I know, right?
Okay, hold on. Damn it. He was right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because he was hit by the Ray of Frost. Gets right there next to Awgr. He's going to be making 2 attacks, one with his bite, one with his claws. 11 with a bite,
Nope.
15 with the claws.
Yeah, that's my AC.
4 points of slashing damage.
Owie.
He's trying to get at you. It is the goat's turn. The goat is panicking and is going to attempt to ram it with ram the werewolf with his horns.
Yes.
17 does hit
Yes.
40
See?
sheepses.
Friends.
for no damage whatsoever because it doesn't take damage from things that are not magical or non-silvered.
Does that at least knock him prone?
No, but it does hit him.
Dang
It like charges up and hits him. And then the wolf just looks at the thing.
Good sheepses.
Awgr, you're up next.
Now that it has attacked the werewolf, does it count as an ally?
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
Since it did attack and is actively trying to protect itself, it now counts as an ally for sneak attack purposes.
Woohoo!
Go.
Ugh, 12.
12 just hits.
What?
Yeah, it's got a 12 AC.
Oh man,
Yay!
let's go.
12 points.
12 points of slashing or piercing damage from your magical weapon, which hurts him quite a bit. He is looking severely bloodied right now and a little bit panicked.
Runs. I got the
Okay.
plan. Runs.
Disengage, and I'm gonna bring goat sheepses with me. Come, sheepses! Come!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go. And you pull the goat along with you. Zoop, you're up next.
All right. Fingers crossed. He's bloodied. So I'm gonna stir my little alchemy jug and just start singing, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, big wolfie." And hopefully it's got 16 HP or less.
Let's see
'Cause if
if
it doesn't-
they are immune to sleep. They're not immune to sleep. You cast the spell, and the wolf looks towards you, kind of wobbles a little bit, and you see the snarl on its jaws as it looks directly at you. But then as it lumbers towards you, the eyes roll upward in its skull. and it drops to the ground unconscious because it had 10 hit points left.
Yes!
Rensis!
Run, 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 run!
He's asleep for 1 minute.
That's 10 rounds, and if we're going, 60 to 90 feet around, man?
It's going to be close. It is definitely going to be close. So here's where we're at. I'm going to put you all on the actual map of where you were. Beforehand, you're probably right around... Oh, God. I don't even remember where you are at this point. You're probably right around here. There are still some guards out there, but for the moment, the werewolf is unconscious, asleep. So, you know that between you and freedom is a wall and a gate.
I got this.
What are you doing?
When we get close enough, range? Once we get within 60 feet of that door, I'm gonna cast Shatter on it.
Nice.
Oh, I fucking love it. There are some guards down there. They've been protecting the gate on either side of it. Cast your Shatter spell.
We needs to cooks. Okay, where's Shatter? I've been holding on to Shatter in my 2nd level spell for this. So it is, I think, a 10-foot
Radius?
It is
10-foot radius.
It is a 10-foot radius. I'm going to let you know this right now. You casting the spell shatters the door completely. The beam that's across it, holding it enclosed, just explodes into splinters. The doors are broken on their hinges and are hanging there. 2 out of the 4 guards that are in the area immediately die.
That's a lot of shrapnel.
The other 2 are blown back and are lying there stunned right now from the explosion of splinters and the just the throwing open of the doors. Describe for me, please, how the 3 of you flee into the night away from Algiba.
I think. Does anyone have a shield? It'd be really funny if someone had a shield.
I have shield.
The spell, but not a shield. Not
But I
physical
had
shield.
a little potlet that was going to be my what I used for my shield spell.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna be writing my sheepses. It's now this one is now my battle sheepses. This one is not gonna be for eats for foods or cookings. This one is my battle sheeps.
Well, we still got the one in the bag anyway.
The one in the bag is good for foods.
One of the
That'll
bags
be
is probably
perfect.
dead.
Well,
we know this, but the goblins do not know this.
You're not wrong, because 10 minutes later it starts suffocating, and it doesn't have very long to suffocate. And when you do eventually get away from town and are hiding in the woods and pull out the sheep, it is 100%
Oh,
dead.
we're probably not pulling that sheep out till we get back.
Then yeah, no, 100%.
We're not even gonna bother.
Yeah,
checking.
yeah. It's just dead by the time you get back to town.
As
You're set.
far as we know, it's just floating there,
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, Gabo-nye came out just fine.
That's true.
Exactly.
So who knows? But at the very least, while the rest of the town of Algiba is thrown into chaos from a combination of a goblin attack, a werewolf attack, and a whole lot of explosive spells going off. our 3 forlorn goblins disappear into the night, one of which riding on top of a goat, screaming, "Go, sheepy, go, sheepy, go, sheepy!"
Run, sheepses, run!
And I think that's an excellent place to end this one shot.
Before we end it, though,
none of this
What?
should work.
what is this goat's name?
Sheeps.
Is it Sheeps's?
It's got to be Sheeps's.
All right.
It is canon.
There's a goblin who sees dead people riding a battle goat called Sheeps's.
Yeah. And so our scene breaks away from this quiet village of Algiba. Not so quiet now, after the escapades of a handful of goblins from the realm of Forelorn. But
it no longer matters.
Yeah.
But from now on, Awgr's going to be using her whispers of the dead. The dead are helping her with her animal handling, so she's going to have proficiency in animal handling from now on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Who knows? We might see these goblins again. Sure, you leveled up. Why not?
Yay!
Well, that was a lot of fun, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for the three of you for participating in this insane goblin adventure. That was a lot of fun. I had a blast, at least. Well,
none of this should have worked.
No,
none of it should have worked.
It really shouldn't have. But, that's the fun of it. And I'm sure this will in no way whatsoever affect the rest of our Sonnet of Blood.
Oh, do I want to take the ASI, or does Awgr get a feat?
Who knows? But as we're thinking about that, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us for this random one-shot here in Barovia. Come back next week or next time when in Sonnet of Blood, our Conclave expedition is actually in the town of Varos, and which is like a day and a half's travel from where these goblins just struck. So who knows how that's going to affect things. But as always, we go around our table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find you on the internet. Brandie, why don't you go first?
Hi, I'm Brandie. You can find me so every other Monday. I think that'll be next day.
Yeah, this upcoming Monday.
Yeah, next Monday in Aether Tech Wars. And then the opposite Wednesdays I am playing in the Curse of Strahd. I'm on all the Twitter and Instagram and all that as at RiverDragon82. That's River with a Y. Most of that's just my pictures of my dog. Yeah, follow me if you want.
Okay, Alyssa, you're next.
Hi, I'm Alyssa. You can find me on Instagram as Alyssa Crochets. You'll find a lot of things that I make, like nerdy dolls and D&D blankets and some such things. I'm starting to explore into clothing things, so we'll see. Oh yes, I made Matt's D20.
It's got
a little fedora.
Oh,
I love it. It always sits here on my desk with me. My little buddy. Okay, Dyto, you're next.
Hello, I'm Dyto. You can find me on Twitter at Dyto11. I'm also over on Lost Caravan, where on Fridays on our YouTube, my YouTube game of Cult comes out. It releases every Friday. It's a horror game. Also this Saturday on Lost Caravan's Twitch, I will be playing some low-level Pathfinder, which will be fun. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing, but it's gonna be crazy. And then I will be here for Curse of Strahd on that Wednesday, and then also with Brandie, where we do Ether Tech Wars on Monday. Every other Monday, but this coming up
Monday. That's right. Well, I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me every Monday and Wednesday, where I don't know what I do at this point, but it's a lot of fun, so that's all that matters. But yeah, other than running games here on the network, occasionally you can find me on Lost Caravan. Occasionally you can find me on Bard Rock. At least twice a month you can find me over on All on the Table, where I'm actually playing here in not this upcoming Saturday, but the following Saturday, February the 10th. I'm going to be there playing Tybal Toldrum, the Catfolk Rogue, over on Secrets of the Small Gods campaign. So check that out at 2 p.m. Central. It's a lot of fun to play. Well, on behalf of everyone here in the Goblynz crew and everyone with Random Rhapsody, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live until you die.
till you die.
Okay, I didn't know we were doing it.
That's okay. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.